You're listening to Sister Stargazers, celestial and terrestrial observations and advice from two real-life sisters. Welcome, fellow stargazers. Your sisters are in the house. Hi, Jude.
Hey there, Sarah. How's it going?
I'm good. It's going well. It's hot, but it's the summer, and that's okay. Hope you're staying cool.
Yes, I am, actually.
We're going to need coolness this week, apparently. We're going to look at, this is episode 47. We're looking at Sunday, July 31st through Saturday, August 6th. And I think you're going to talk a little bit about leading up into this week. And we're going to focus a little bit on this triple conjunction we've mentioned before of Mars, Uranus, North Node. So that's the overview. Where would you like to start your interpretation?
Oof. Well, it's a mixed bag of a week.
Okay.
And it might have been, for our listeners, a mixed bag of a new moon, which was on the 28th. And some of this will have been in play. What I'm going to talk about will have been kicked off or started during the new moon.
Right.
So there might have been, shortly after the new moon, a sense of revelatory, information rising or coming up or revelations. And this is part of the picture that's rolling out as we have this triple conjunction that happens on Monday of the North Node, Uranus and Mars all meeting up at 18 degrees and some change of Taurus.
Yeah.
But before we get to Monday, when it all happens, Sunday, Uranus and the North Node meet up. So it's kind of this, welcome to the party, like nothing just shows up at once, like bam, like it's a party drop and everybody's, partying. It's like, first one person comes and another person comes and then they make a triad. And that's kind of what is happening between the new moon and the 1st of August. So on Sunday, the 31st, we have Mercury in Leo at 22 degrees opposing Saturn in Aquarius at 22 degrees. And that's close enough to make a square to the party in Taurus with Mars, the North Node, and Uranus. So that's happening Sunday, then Monday, the lineup. And then we have this, what's called a T-square. So Mercury in Leo opposing Saturn in Aquarius. So Mercury in Leo is wanting to express itself. Leo is self-expression anyway. Yeah. Mercury there is like a lot of talking, twittering, communication, emails, phone calls, news. A lot of folks just oversharing. That's Mercury in Leo. Then opposing that is Saturn in Aquarius, which is the rules of the, kind of top-down management, wanting to kind of control the masses. So there might be some news leaks or some controlling of the news that is being, not engineered, but is attempted. And then you've got both of these, Mercury squaring the North Node, Mars and Uranus, and then you've got Saturn squaring the North Node, Mars and Uranus. So that's a lot of power focusing on that 18 degrees and change of North Node, Uranus and Mars. You've got a lot of power focusing there. And then all of that is opposing the South Node in Scorpio at 18 degrees Scorpio. So that makes a big square in the sky called the Grand Square, where you have a lot of energy confronting each other. So there's a self-expression, this control, confronting this innovative kind of explosive point in Taurus. Taurus is about what we value. Yeah. Uranus is about technology. Taurus is about the body. Uranus is about innovation. Yeah. There might be, news innovations around technology, the body, farming, innovations around banking, around currency, around commodities, around any issues around self-worth or worth, what we're worth. Right. There could be monetary, what are these interests, control of the monetary. There might be some monetary controls that are being announced or coming into play. There's so many ways this could pan out. And Sarah was asking me, what is the North Node in Taurus? We've talked about the South Node in Scorpio being about like the releasing point, and Scorpio is about psychological depth, things that are buried, things that are underground, things that are deep, things that are not often revealed. In the South Node is about releasing or revealing or kind of bringing them up or kind of like letting them go, looking at them and just letting them go. Yeah. So the North Node in Taurus is about security, stability. It's honoring being grounded. It's materialistic in the sense that it loves things that are well made, that are well constructed, that are form follows function. So it's not, so they're designed well. They do what they're supposed to do. Like whatever tools you have, they're not like a cheap knockoff. They're like the real tool, the real thing made of the highest quality materials. That's all a Taurus kind of signature. It's a stable kind of energy. It's patient. Yeah. It's persistent, hardworking. It's loyal. It's like these are all kind of Taurus qualities. So you have Uranus meeting up in Taurus, which is like spontaneity and insight and like flashes of intuition and things like being unsettled, unstable. That's just so antithetical to what Taurus is about. Yeah. And you have Mars coming in. That's like the rocket ship, it's like going in one direction and it's coming through and no one's going to stop it. Right. So Mars can often act as a fuse. Yeah. Yeah. And so with Mercury in Leo and Saturn and Aquarius involved in this T-square to the North Node and Uranus and Mars, you have this kind of hot point in the chart where things can just kind of, it's like a flashpoint. Things can kind of light up quickly. Yeah. And it could be in any area of life for any of us, really. Right. So look in your chart where Taurus is, if you have your chart, or go to astro.com and put your figures, your numbers in for your date of birth and time of birth and place of birth, and pull up your chart and look at what house Taurus is ruling. And then you'll get a sense of what might be happening for you, where your particular life area is going to be lit up. Okay. Moving through the week, I mean, it's kind of like an up and down thing. It's very, again, this particular energy is going to be in play, like Uranus conjunct the North Node is going to be in play well into 2023. Yeah. Yeah. So it's Mars moving through it is going to activate it in a big way. Yeah. But Uranus conjunct the North Node is going to be there for a while. Yeah. So whatever comes up during this week of the 31st through the 6th of August is going to be with us for a while. It's not going to go away anytime soon. So we also looked at Tuesday. There's lots of aspects on Tuesday. Venus in Cancer sextiles Uranus and sextiles Mars. So Venus in Cancer is like cushiness. It's like loves her home, her cushy pillows, her, potpourri, her, the the nice things, the soothing colors, the ambient music, the good food. I mean, in some ways, Venus in Cancer has a lot in common with Taurus placements. Right? Yes. So this offering of soothing waters on Tuesday could be the redemption that we need for whatever comes up in that 4 or 5 days before Monday the 1st, where there's that triple conjunction. Well, you gave a really nice analogy. It's like Mars is like, get in the car, let's go. We're driving, we're getting there. And Venus is like, but let's just pull over and look at the view for a minute, or let's pull off to the side and have a picnic. The Venus aspects might be, as you were saying, our point to calm and soothe and not let Mars take over. It might be easy to just be dragged into the energy of Mars, but that's the caution of this conjunction. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just, on Tuesday with the Venus aspects, we can really just take a breath, and just calm, just really calm. Yeah. And the other signature aspect is, Moon sextile Sun. So Moon in Libra, sextile to the Sun in Leo. So it's another, Moon in Libra is also wanting that harmonious element, that harmonious relationship. So you have the sun and the moon, which is also female or masculine, feminine.
Yeah.
And then you have Venus, feminine, sextile Mars, masculine. It's again that on Tuesday, there might be this redemptive quality through relationship that can kind of soothe things, kind of comfort things, kind of balance.
Yes.
That's where we really have to be.
Yes.
And that's just about midweek. Nothing happens on Wednesday. Well, nothing serious. But I mean, if we can kind of hold on to that Venus aspect of seeing anything that happens as something of a benefit, like seeing the positive elements to things.
Looking for the highest possible outcome.
Right. Looking for the beauty of it all.
Yes.
That will help a great deal. On Thursday, the 4th, we have Mercury changing signs. So Mercury was in Leo, very, get out and shout. And in Virgo, Mercury's in Virgo, it's much more contemplative. It's much more, let's analyze, let's break it down. Maybe on the lower end of the multivalent manifestation of Mercury going into Virgo, we have finger pointing. But in general, Mercury rules Virgo. So it's about, communicating, having more of a detailed discussion, like a detailed breakdown, not a surface discussion. It's not a light, it's not light in a manner of speaking. It's more like it can be technical. We can get into the weeds of the technicality, can be scientific, like scientific papers. Yeah. That's Mercury in Virgo, like really kind of getting down to the facts and plowing through the equations and looking at what equals what and how it makes sense. Like Virgo really likes things to make sense. Yes. So that's going to be a theme for the upcoming several weeks as Mercury transits through Virgo. Like, how do we make sense of things? Okay. Yeah. So on Friday, we have the first quarter moon. Okay. So the moon's in Scorpio. And remember, we talked about Scorpio at the top of the podcast. Yep. Yeah. And we were saying, South Node's in Scorpio. So the moon will be squaring the sun. We have the first quarter moon. So the moon's in Scorpio. It's squaring the sun in Leo. So the sun has moved into the place where it's now squaring the North Node, Uranus, and Mars. Okay. Even though Mars has moved on a little bit, the sun is making a square to these planets in Taurus. Then the sun is squaring the moon in opposition in Scorpio. Okay. So the moon is in opposition to that triple conjunction of Mars, North Node, Uranus. Yep. And then you have the sun square to Mars, North Node, Uranus. Yep. And then on the other side, you have a wide aspect, about 9 degrees, with Saturn. Okay. Saturn opposing the sun by 9 degrees, square the moon by 9 degrees, and then square Mars, North Node, Uranus. Okay. So again, at the end of the week on Friday with that first quarter moon, you have a reactivation of that Mercury opposition Saturn square Mars, North Node, Uranus. Yeah. You see the whole week, with the exception of those lovely Venus aspects in the middle of the week, is really dominated by this focal point of these other planets moving into position to challenge the energy of Mars, North Node, Uranus. Okay. In this way, it can be a rocky week for navigating anything Taurian. Okay. Yeah. That has to do with your values, things that you own, even your own sense of self-value. Yep. The body. Yeah. Food consumption, making food acquisition. Yeah. Right. Okay. Gardens. I mean, we've been hearing a lot also about food shortages, and that's that's also Ceres Conjunct the Sun. Okay. Is part of this picture as well. But, not to go down in the weeds here, but I mean, Ceres has been conjunct the sun. So anytime the sun goes into a square or another aspect or an opposition, Ceres is right there. Ceres is the goddess of grain. She's agriculture. Yeah. So it's very much a square right now that's moving around. There's with the sun and the moon kind of highlighting that grand square with the North Node and the South Node, and then that triple conjunction in Taurus.
Yes. Okay. Is it fair to think of it like a clock? Like the moon is at noon, with the South Node, which means that Mars, Uranus, and the North Node are at 6 o'clock. And then on one side you have the sun at 9, and then on the other you have the Saturn at 3.
Yeah.
Okay. I just was kind of giving myself a visual.
No, that's awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can see it in my head from looking at the charts, but that's a really good visual. By Saturday, Sun trine Venus, Sun trine Neptune. Venus is holding some really good space at the end of the week with the moon, with Neptune, to kind of bring some beauty back into our lives. There's opportunities for art making, for socializing, for seeing the numinous and the wonders of the world around us.
Yes.
So that's a positive thing. But
absolutely,
just a caution everyone to just keep your cool this week.
Okay. That sounds great.
That's all from me. That's it.
Well, it's funny because I don't remember if you mentioned the actual word temperance, but that was one of the cards that came out of the deck today when I pulled a card, and it's sort of this angelic figure sifting water back and forth between cups, but also has their foot in the water, which is kind of about, I think, just keep it cool.
Venus in Cancer.
Venus in Cancer.
Put your foot in the water.
Yeah. Fantastic.
And then the other card that came up.
The other card that came up was 6 of Cups, which is another kind of Venusian card. It's a figure handing a cup to another figure, but all the cups are filled. They're full. They're quite pretty. Like almost have bouquets in them of these 5-pointed white little stars, which 5-pointed star is also Venus. So maybe we can give something to people. Maybe we can be the light of coolness while there's a lot of hot energy around. We can offer some cool beverages to people.
That's beautiful, Sarah. Yeah, exactly. Venus and Cancer, right?
Yeah.
Cool, refreshing beverages.
Good time to support your local lemonade stand.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you very much for that map reading, that interpretation of this week's chart. Really appreciate it. If you have questions, dear listeners, you can send us an email at connect@sisterstargazers.com. Don't forget to tune in Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern at wmpg.org. You can listen from anywhere in the world to our live Monday evening call-in astrology show.
Yeah, and you can call in from anywhere in the world too. Yeah, listen to it on streaming, wmpg.org. Yeah, tune in.
Keep yourself cool this week, and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks, Jude.
Thanks for listening. Thanks, Sarah. Bye for now.
Thanks for listening to Sister Stargazers. Let us know what worked for you this week. Find us on Facebook and post a comment at Sister Stargazers.